G'day guys and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to go through 5 players to watch for season 2020. Obviously everyone's normally on the watch list because we need to play as a team and teams win games of footy, not individuals. But we're going to individualise 5 players here, which I seem to sort of do each year. I'm going to miss on about 40 players, so look, that's sort of how the cookie crumbles. But we'll start off with the first player to look out for 2020, Mark Blitzars. As we can see, quite a seasoned player now, getting closer to that 200 game mark, which is quite incredible. Sort of later bloomer, I feel, but he's 28 years old by the looks. So he's getting there. Will he play fullback is the big question. Obviously, you look at one of my last videos with the Richmond preliminary final review. It wasn't too good, and one of my biggest queries and everyone's biggest question on their lips is why wasn't Blitzars playing at fullback on Tom Lynch, who kicked 5 goals and won in the game. And yeah, apparently he did really well on the wing in the other 2 finals, which I saw a few good things, but that was about it. But probably the most interesting thing here is to see whether or not he will play down back most of the time. He should. I was reading an article, they're still flirting with the idea of moving around as required, but I feel like that's only if you absolutely have to. But I feel like key forwards win your games of footy, and obviously wingmen can definitely have an impact and influence, but I don't know. I just think, and he even said in the article, like Scully, like, oh yeah, he'll probably play defence, but he can go further if need be. And Blitzard's like, I've enjoyed playing in one position, so there's conflicts of interest there already. But it'll be very interesting to see how he goes. Obviously, he's played ruck as well, and he's okay there, but it's not his primary role. We need him down back, and he is our centrepiece down there. Obviously, we look so much more confident down back when he's there. He's the main man, so it'll be interesting to see where he plays more so than how he performs. But obviously, that's all determined by where his position is on any given day. But hopefully they lock him down to full back, keep him there, develop some other wingmen, develop some other ruckmen. Don't use Blitz. Keep him there, he likes it. Second player is Charlie Constable. Now Charlie, he's played, obviously 7 games last year. Got into the system the year before last, so he'll definitely be very keen to cement a spot. I think with Selwood sticking around, that sort of curtails his development ever so slightly, all depending on, I guess, any availability for any given midfielder. But look, he was really solid in the games he did play. He also kicked 5 goals next to his name, so he could hit the scoreboard as well. He racks up the footy all the time. He was quiet in some of his games and fell out of favour sort of as the year went on. But I like the way he goes about it. Maybe he doesn't use the ball super well. Maybe his defensive needs work. Probably a combination of all those things that don't quite give him the nod. But certainly, I'd expect him to be playing more than 7 games coming into this year or coming into 2020. Get a bit of development under the belt. And look, he could be the difference in a final at times. You just never know. All depends on his development, of course. But yeah, certainly. We know he can rack up the footy, and he's proven that already early on. Just a matter of if he can consistently do it. So watch this space with Charlie Constable. A make or break year for him. If he can't quite get on the park, he might look elsewhere, and a club will definitely pick him up. Joel Selwood. You're like, why have you got Joel on the list? You may have heard in some of the videos there has been discussions on Joel, and I feel very harsh even talking about him as a player to watch. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It can be interpreted multiple ways. So Joel's age here is 31, and I feel like he had a good final or 2 there. But I felt for most of the season, and he was played out of position. So again, it's kind of like a crossroads in his career, and what position is he going to play in? Will he be used in the wing more? Was he used on the wing because of his he was injured early on in the season? Was it for development purposes? If the Cats make the finals again, will they be playing him in the finals? On the wing, watch this space on that one. He's had a very tough career, and it can come to an end pretty quickly. I mean, his ball use has been questionable. His handball as well also can let him down at times. Just generally getting away from the packs. Obviously, he's the wrong side of 30. He's had a very tough career, as I mentioned, so he's not going to be able to break away like he used to. It'll be interesting to see where he plays, if he still gets a hard tag and all those sorts of things, and if he can contribute like he has for so long, for maybe one last crack at a flag for the Cats if they get a lot of things going right in 2020. Nic Naitanui, a lot of promise from this man. 23 years old. He's had injury after injury after injury. I feel like he had ACL going into the year that he was drafted. 2014, I believe he was drafted. So, or it might have even been 2013. And look, he shows so much promise. He just can't quite consistently stay on the park. His best is really good. It's dynamic. It's exactly what we need. So I suppose my question coming into 2020 is, will Nic Naitanui get regular exposure to AFL level? Will he be able to keep his hamstrings and soft tissues under wraps? That's going to be the main thing. And I just hope he gets a good crack at it, because he could be the X factor in the difference that wins or loses you a game. So I'm just praying that he can get his body right and that his mental health's all good, and that he can kick goals for the Cats in 2020 and hopefully give us a good go at it. So the final one is Jack Steven. It feels like I've gone a lot of midfielders here. Blitz, if you want to put him as a midfielder, sometimes he plays there. Big year for him. He's had a really tough 18 months. Obviously, there's been plenty of articles on the mental health issues, and I wish him all the very best, and hopefully he's doing okay there and everything's fine with him and his family. But onto the nuts and bolts of it. Tim Kelly obviously left the Cats, which is going to leave a massive hole in the midfield, the absolute class and whatnot. Look, we know Jack Steven's best, 4-time best and fairest for the Saints. 4 or 5, got to do my research here. So we know what his best can be like, and we know he's a very good player. If he gets to that, even close to that, I think it'll be a really good acquisition for the Cats. Even if he plays up forward and pinch hits there and even swaps around with Paddy, you'd imagine he'd probably need a little bit of, I suppose, fitness going into it all. So he's got a bit to work on there, obviously, and he's aware of it, and I'm sure he's doing his darnest to get Cherry right for season 2020. But yeah, he could be a game changer. He's a goal-kicking midfielder. Look, he's had a fair bit of off-field issues of late, and it'll be very interesting to see what it looks like for the Cats next year, and if he can contribute in a massive way, it could be incredibly significant for the Cats going forward for any finals aspirations, and furthermore from there. So those are my 5 players. So we've got Blitz, Constable, Selwood, Cockatoo, and also Jack Steven. So again, there could be heaps of players that I could pick out, but I might do separate videos on some. I think the forward line is something to discuss that's quite interesting as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll do a few here and there. I've finally got a little bit of time, which is good over the Christmas period. So stay tuned for some more videos coming up. Subscribe away to keep on top of the ball, and like the video, all that good stuff. Really appreciate your time. I'll catch you guys all next time.